later. Give us those numbers.
Got it.
149 homers.
That's what I figured.
RBIs, 307 OBP, 783 OPS.
Yeah, I exactly know
29%
which way we're going.
163.
Keep going this way till we get to Southville.
748.
So,
Oh, but what
let's
about
look out
the
the
places?
Google.
How they so valuable?
Let's check real quick.
Scope? 20. A whopping 3 wins above replacement. Oh, but what about the defense? What about it? All the analytics suggest Javi Baez has been on the decline for 3 years. How about last year? Defensive runs saved. You know how many Carlos Correa had? Last year, at short, 21 runs saved. Javi Baez, 10, 4. Okay? So let's dig deeper, because at least someone in this town's going to do the research. How about this? Carlos still blowing me away with the scope. You like that? But
Yes.
see, when you take
That's
the
what I
name
figured.
off the player, in the bullpen, as I'm seeing you work your magic, I'm like, okay, he's coming up with Correa numbers and. Oh, I'm not done.
That's fine.
No feelings, boys. Just data. Can't even know all about it. No feelings. Just benefits. Here we go. Carlos, so in comparison, Javi Baez, 23.4 wins above replacement at age 30. Turns 30 tomorrow. You know what Correa's is at age 26? 32.4. So if Correa does nothing more, there's no development. Mind you, age 27 is the beginning of your prime. No development. Correa will have a 54.4 WAR compared to Javi Baez's 23.4. But wait, there's more. Take that for data. Second prize is the steak knives, courtesy of Mike Petriello of MLB.com. OPS Plus takes into account everything. Your overall performance. Javi Baez was the worst of the free agent shortstops, 113 OPS. But wait, there's more. How about the swing and miss rate versus pitches 95 miles an hour or more? Today, everyone throws 95 plus. Doesn't it seem?
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially sixth inning on. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry coming out of the pen is throwing 96, 97, 98.
The days of Greg Maddux is over.
Baez swing and miss rate versus pitches 95 and up, 40.5%. Trevor Story, 27.3. Seager, 25.3. Correa, 18.7. Simeon, 16.2. You know what that means? Not only the worst of the bunch, the worst by a lot. But wait, there's more. For all the people who want to sponge bathe Al and this team,
Just be happy, Mike.
the OPS versus pitches. So when, by the grace of God, Carlos Correa even makes contact against pitches 95 or up? The OPS. You're on base and you're slugging. It's the single most important metric. 653. That's about 80 points below league average. So if I have to hear what an effing difference maker Javi Baez is one more time, I'm going to explode. 653. Correa 711. Story 810. Seager 875. And Marcus Simeon, a game-changing 1,016 OPS. Oh, wait, there's more. How about the 2022 projections? What you're going to do? How many wins above replacement, a.k.a. Zach Short, are you going to bring me for 6 years at 140? Baez, the worst of the 5 free agent shortstops by a metric ton. A 2 WAR. Story 3.6, Simeon 4.4, Seager 4.5, and Carlos Correa 5.1. Quite simply, guys, interviewing players about my feelings. It's about my feelings. I don't care what Agent Lynch thinks. He's the manager. We've waited years for this team. My problem continues to be they operate second-rate lemonade stand. No, they're not the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates are disgrace. You signed the worst free agent shorts ever. And instead of going, look, I like D-Rod. I was positive about the signing. But 77 for him or 110 for Robbie Ray? I'll take Robbie Ray. They didn't get him. They didn't get the best lefty in. They didn't get the best shortstop in. And instead, look, I got bad news for you. Javi Baez lined up in the was right the way he explained it. You're thinking back to 2016 in the Country World Series. You're thinking back to a player that's not here. Oh, last summer, by the way, they had him for bonus. Oh, how great is a man? He had something alienated from the city of New York or whatever it means. The thumbs down of the team. As a sign, there's toxic nonsense. I'm not debating these things forever. So listen, talking about the team out. This is a record year. It's going to add a little better. That's what I said. You're going to get a lot of media pressure in Detroit. This is relocation. As hot as a guy who doesn't make it. A lot of the contact that pitches manufacturing is good. Trent the wrong way. Age 30 tomorrow. Defense declining the last 3 years. How is this what I'm supposed to do? I've waited years for this offseason. Years. Because this is the half wet. You don't go all the way in. It's the illusion. Exactly. It's TSA. It's leading. Yeah, it's TSA. It's airport security. It's the illusion that we're doing this, we're going all in. This was truly the equivalent of the Rangers coming back to the table saying, sorry, sir, it's Pepsi, okay? I'll throw the number out. You guys can do what you want with it. Yes, we're going to get to Harbaugh. We're going to get to Brian Kelly. We're going to get to Matthew Stafford. This, Bobby Myers, Bobby Myers, I want to see him make highlights on somebody else's. Player, I did. Oh, and by the way, I talked to somebody who works in these newspapers. What would you throw Javi Myers $1 a short bucks a thing? 73. That's the value based on the organization. Okay? So, no, I don't find this exciting. I'm not happy with it, and I think Tiger fans got boned. Carlos Correa is more than double the player these days. He's staying neutral. This is the substitute decision. When a G.I. Joe came back to mind. 248, 539, 97, 97. Pick up the phone and stop dialing. Show me I got 10 people in the city and about baseball and appreciate a lot of the research. We can have a real conversation instead of the backups and double backs routine this town performs to this day. Hey, it's time for football. You know what that means. Wings and stuff. We're watching a game and having a few mini diggies and Buffalo Wild Wings. And they've got 26 sauces in season. You get every single one at the bar, all the ones at least, to give away to you. And again, Thursday nights, both are boneless midnight. Buy one, you get one. No better deal on the planet. Greatest of all times. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Both illegal college. Participating locations. Ask Snoop for details and fees. May apply.
If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bluefield Properties find the best place for you and your family. We also provide pre-screened quality tenants to our property owners. We love to match good people to good homes. Contact us today, northbluefield.com.
Winter is just around the corner, so get that fire in your fireplace going. Sit back and relax in your recliner. Smell that delicious pot of chili on the stove, and turn on the game of the week. From the first snap of the game, you're hooked. Every pass, every play, every fumble, and every interception keeps you wanting more. We cheer as loud as we can every time our team scores a touchdown. These are the moments we live for. There's nothing better than football. So celebrate a little louder this season. Put those feet up and enjoy the game. You've earned it.
Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are changing the game with the Chevy Trax. Trax is the perfect SUV for the city lifestyle. Not only is it fun to drive, it fits into those tight spaces bigger SUVs
local Kroger today and help us at Hunger Now.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up, there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. Engaging sectors no use Shell V Power Nitro Plus Premium Gas. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Welcome to a place where everyone deserves to be better protected, where technology has your back, where you can have better protection and keep more money in your pocket, where you can have protection for your car, your home, your phone, and even your digital identity. Welcome to a place where your entire life can be better protected. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
'Twas the season of cheer and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without doubt.
Work, Peloton.
When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
You can do it.
The original Peloton bike with our best price ever, $39 a month. All access membership separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
Get help managing your money for the life and years ahead with Fidelity Income Planning. We'll look at what you've saved, what you'll need, and help you build a flexible plan for cash flow designed to last, so you can go from saving to living. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas. TJ Lang joins Stoney and Jansen Mondays at 9 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Good afternoon. Damn, we got a lot to do. And look, this isn't... Don't be lazy with it. You're being a hater. No, I'm not. I told you I never liked Javi Baez. And then I gave you the reasons why. There's no feelings. I'd sign Satan if he had a 900 OPS. And his K rate was right. Enrico wanted me to repeat this to you. And I know I probably drowned you out in some numbers there. I do. Too much. But, you know, here, player A, 149 homers, 465 RBIs, and 307 OBP, and 783 OPS, right? Player B, 163, 499, 301, 748. They're not equal, but they're, in the range. Player A is Carlos Correa. Excuse me, player A is Javi Baez. Player B is Jonathan Scope. Okay, so when people talk about what a difference maker Javi Baez is, let me ask you a question. Does anyone think Jonathan Scope's a difference maker? Did anybody want to make Jonathan Scope a big-time offer? No. Jonathan Scope gets passed around like communion. And if Javi Baez was so sweet, such a difference maker, and was still the elite defender, and was still an MVP-type candidate, why'd the Cubs let him get away? And then when the Mets traded for him, why'd the Mets let him get away? Mets are spending money like they got a hole in the pocket. That's true. $23 million a year, 2-year out? You don't think the Mets needed him? No, I'll tell you why. Because they got an up-close and personal look at him. They don't want nothing to do with him. Oh, a 6-year deal. Yeah, all right, so you're comfortable with Baez, ages 30 to 36, but you're not comfortable with Correa, ages 26 to 36? And like I said, Correa is what Baez wishes he was defensively still. Last year, 21 runs saved. Baez, 4. Come on, guys. Very disappointed. And again, Rico just said it. I hold your team to a higher standard than many of you do, and certainly the media. Because I don't view the Detroit Tigers as small market. I don't view this team as second rate. I view the Tigers as being one of the keynote franchises in baseball. No, you're not the Dodgers. And you're not the Yankees. Let me tell you something. I view you in the second group. And I'll be damned if I'm not going to accept less. This is second-rate lemonade stand. You got a few diehard old guys who live and breathe Detroit Tigers. But other than that, the Tigers are what you do after the wings and distance are done. It's something to do in the summertime. You go down with your kids, you go down with your wife, girlfriends, and boys, and you just go down and watch a game, get some beers, you hang out, and you sit there and talk about what the Lions or what the Wolverines or the Spartans are going to do in the fall. All right, you're not a serious. This isn't serious.
Well, and that's why I don't respect them. That's it.
But when and your owner, because your owner is like, we're rebuilding for the last 7 years.
I love how I have to listen to people saying, "Well, this is responsible." What do you mean? Hold on, guys. I didn't ask you to be the Texas Rangers and go hand out $600 billion in contracts. I didn't say that. Right? I'm not asking you to bring Max Scherzer. I'm not going on the radio and doing sports radio things. It was at the start of the offseason. Carlos Correa is the #1 player available. Go get him. You have the money to do it. Like, no one could tell me you don't have the money to do it. You made a choice not to do it. And here's my thing. Why are you giving all these 2-year outs to them? Why would I give Javi Baez the ability to block trades to 10 teams like he's something special?
You don't get to a 2-year out.
I get what it is.
You know why, right? Yeah. How many years does the manager have?
Well, 1 right now.
So if he leaves, I'm not stuck here on this team. I'll go through, serve 1 more year, light it up, and then I'm going to be trade bait. I'm out of here. I'm done.
So what you're saying is this isn't really a true commitment to
It's not.
spending money.
This is not a commitment. This is
David,
This,
if the guy's
this is theater, David.
If the guy's good, he's leaving. Like if Erod comes here and proves he's a #1, he's not staying. He's out. If Baez somehow course corrects, he's out. The commitment was to a player like Correa to be the face of your franchise and show the fan base we are for real.
See, that
And they
leads me.
didn't want to do it.
See, that leads me to 2 things, Mike. One, did they wait too long to sign him, and the price of a shortstop went up? If you sign him back when it was just $300 million, 10 years, $300 million, but now the price has gone up to $325. Now the market says he's probably going to say, "I want $350."
But the problem is all we've heard out of the Tigers camp is they're not comfortable at that level. They'd rather spend $150. They're talking to all the free agents.
No, but I get it. But think about
I
it.
can't speak to it.
I mean, look at college football contracts. Tucker,
Oh, my.
everybody was like, Wojo, I don't know if he's worth all that. And now you're looking at up to $15 million maybe for Brian Kelly. 2 weeks ago, that was unheard of. Here's the other thing, and maybe it's something that Tigers fans haven't really thought about. This is Correa's contract. This is it right here. This is where he's going to make his money and hopefully win the World Series, develop some roots. Maybe he just didn't want to come here.
Oh, Correa?
Yeah. Maybe he just didn't want to come
Okay.
here.
But unfortunately, I can't say that unless a report comes out that they offered 10 at 3 1/4, and he said no.
Fair?
And I'm not mad at you.
Fair?
But Rico, this is a simple equation. These fans have been punished. These fans have been subjected to an awful rebuild. And again, the Matthew Boyd thing is the microcosm of the macro with Avila's tenure. At his height, the rumors were you got offered Alex Bregman for Matthew Boyd. You said no. Okay? Or Michael Fulmer was Bregman, and you didn't trade him. And would you now what's Fulmer worth? 0. Matthew Boyd, you could have got a nice player back. You were busy allegedly asking for, at the time, Gleyber Torres. Like, Tiger fans didn't get that high-impact lefty. Like, if you brought Robbie Ray in, that's a Cy Young candidate from the left side.
It is.
Pitched in the AL East, and now he comes to the AL Comedy Central. You didn't do it. You got Erod. 2-year commitment. And if he's bad, you stuck him. You didn't go out with Carlos Grant. You didn't get a face of the franchise for Torque and Green to grow up with. You got a reclamation project on the cheap. You got Lethal Weapon 3 in the DVD bin. And if he's good, gone. You're not paying him at age 32, 33. If he's bad, you're stuck with him. And guess what? He can block a trade to 10 teams each year.
Right.
So tell me how I'm supposed to buy. Because if I hear another person say this is evidence that Chris is all in on winning,
No, it's
I'm
not.
going to throw up.
No, it's halfway doing it. This is Al coming back with Fruitios and Hydrox.
Right, but why? Why me? Why am I the only guy who can sit on the toilet, take a dump, and do 10 minutes of research on Baseball Reference? This isn't curing cancer.
Because
I'm not researching spike protein or
Because-
splitting atoms. It's baseball.
Because people want it to work.
I want
You
it
said
to
take
work.
the feelings out. If I'm adding the feelings in, you want this to work. Al's doing something. He hasn't done anything. so low. It's so low right now that it looks like he's trying. Oh my goodness, he's bringing these guys in. He's paying some money. Well, it ain't the money one of them to spend. He's spending money. He's getting players. It's not the players he wanted. He's got their generic equivalent.
By the way, they want you to believe that, we've spent a ton of time, we've redone all the analytics department, the analytics guys make the calls, blah, 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 blah. All I presented to you was data. What data points did I present to you that are going the right direction? Not feelings, not opinion, not me up here bloviating, yelling and screaming. Rico, all the data.
His strikeouts is moving wrong way.
Everything's going the wrong way. 248-539-9797. Full rack of calls. I'm proud of the people. Let's talk about it. And again, no feelings now. Just data. 97.1.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give some feelings right now, and that's Hall Financial. Why? They care about you. Hall Financial cares about you, the person. That's why they are the king of the 8-day close. If you need to refinance with them, they're going to work that thing out, and they're going to close it within 8 days. Your big banks, they take about 45 to 60 days. So if you're trying to get some money for Christmas, you want to go with Hall Financial. You give them a call, and right now, if you get it soon, they'll save you $750 on an appraisal. You got to call 866-CALL-HALL, 866-CALL-HALL, or visit callhallfirst.com and see if refinancing is for you.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who miss the fairway all day and still pull out the big stick. The type of guys who will always prefer to be behind the grill than in front of the camera. And the men who never let their friends forget about a high school nickname. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
Mercy Health Plus St. Joe's. Find access. A health system spanning 8 hospitals plus 327 healthcare facilities across Michigan, caring for more than a century. Find innovation, expert doctors, state-of-the-art technology, modern facilities, plus unparalleled compassion. From West Michigan to Metro Detroit, for every stage of healthcare across every corner of the communities we serve. As members of Trinity Health, find power in the plus.
Looking for a new career? Pro Services, an environmental cleanup company, is seeking CDL drivers to drive and operate jetpacks, vacuum trucks and tankers, and roll-off trailers. We are also seeking laborers to complete projects using equipment related tank washing, hydro excavating, emergency response, and hazardous waste cleanup. Both jobs are full-time union positions with excellent health benefits such as Blue Cross, dental, and optical. Starting pay for drivers is up to $27.50 an hour. Laborers up to $20 an hour. For more information, visit proservices.com. That's PROS services.com.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 50% off during their Cyber Monday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Finding the right Medicare plan may feel impossible, but now it's anything but. With Walgreens Find RX coverage tool, you can compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, making Medicare easier than ever. Easier than picking which true crime doc to watch, figuring out that Wi-Fi password, or putting the duvet cover back on. So if you can do those things, with Find RX coverage, you can definitely Medicare. Find the plan that's right for you by visiting walgreens.com/Medicare.
Hi, this is Rachel with Kroger. Join us in our first annual virtual food box drive, starting November 10th through December 7th. You can visit any local Kroger store to donate. All proceeds will provide food to families in need right here in Michigan. Thank you for helping end hunger with us.
Now, text or call the ticket using the same number. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
You know, I love watching Javi play defense. And the offense, I think, is going to be there. You're going to hit and miss, but I think it's going to get better as we just witnessed the second half of New York being a little bit more consistent.
You know what's great? When people have opinions like that and don't back them up. That That's the only sound clip you have from Harold Reynolds. Why? Because he didn't give a single piece of data to back up that opinion of I think he's going to be the guy who was with the Mets for a month. That's a joke. You're on national television. Do better. Maybe that's why ESPN got rid of you. 248-539. Uh-oh. 248-539-9797. I'm pissed. It's the same thing we were just talking about. Of course Wojo's bloviating out there how great this is and how shiny it is and how wonderful it is. And it's like, all right, Bob, here's all the data you didn't bother to look up. What is it where why do we have to do the confirmation bias where we just want to be right versus letting the data dictate whether we are?
Because you're looking at it through analytical eyes. I think Wojo and all other people are looking at it as, well, we wanted Al Avila to go out there and spend money. Guess what? He spent money. We wanted him to go and get a shortstop. Guess what? Got a shortstop, got a left-handed pitcher.
We're not difference makers.
I'm saying, this is where you're coming with the analytics.
I'm sorry.
But in their minds, well, he's doing what he said he was going to do. I'm not going to be a drunken sailor.
You know what it is?
But guys, I promise you, there'll be gifts under the tree.
Bob's just easily fooled. Because a couple days ago, Bob was like, oh, they're playing high-stakes poker. They're going to get Correa at a value. Yeah, are they, Bob? That's the whole point. Like, yeah, I guess if you sign Correa and Baez, it'd be like, well, that's interesting. And Baez goes to second, Correa to short. But, like, I just don't understand why you want
I don't think they're going to do with the Rangers.
No, I'm saying I don't know why you want Baez. This is on surface. No, I don't even care. You can't just say spend money. It's spend money and make quality decisions. I've just presented you with data upon data upon data.
And I don't want to speak for him, but he's going to say, well, you're not locked into a long 10-year deal, so you won't get him on the downside of his career like we're watching Miggy out there right now.
Because you just signed this guy age 30 to 36 when everything's trending down the last 4 years. Really?
But it's only 6 years of suck instead of 10 years.
Yeah, but the other guy's 26.
No.
It's the same end point. Why would Correa begin to be bad faster than Baez when Correa's not showing any decline?
No, I was talking about signing that long-term deal like Miggy, and now you're watching
the difference is they signed Cabrera at like age 32 or 33. It's insane. It was a revenge play because Max didn't take the money. Go to Kevin. I'm sorry. Kevin, what's going on?
Mike. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
I'll give you one. What the hell?
Good afternoon.
There you go.
So, two things on this signing. For one, what's going through my mind is I'm picturing the scene from Moneyball when Brad Pitt goes into the owner's office and he's asking for money, and the owner basically says, i.e. Chris Ilitch, we're not a big market team. There's X amount of money that we're able to spend, and this is all that I'm giving you. And then two, what scares me the most is that I wonder how A.J. Hinch feels about this. Did he sign off on this, or was this something that...
Let me ask you a question. If they said it's Baez or nothing, what choice did? You think A.J. Hinch would take Javi Baez over Carlos Correa? There's no way.
Absolutely not. And what scares me the most is that, I don't know if you guys have seen, he has an option to leave the team in 1 or 2 years.
2 years.
I think he's showing Ilitch that Ilitch is showing that he's not going to empty his pocket, that he wants to win. So A.J. Hinch, in my opinion, there's nothing better than A.J. Hinch in the league, I feel.
I think he's a fabulous manager. He's a difference maker.
And if they lose him, I just feel like we're going to go back to what we had with Brad Austin. Because the one concept with the Tigers, they've been a good team, but they had a great manager.
And Kevin, here's the thing. Like, let's get away from Baez for a second. Look at Erod, and then look at Robbie Ray. And relatively speaking, clearly Robbie Ray wanted to get paid because he went to a hellhole baseball. But, like, why didn't they just get Robbie Ray? He is superior to Erod in every way, shape, and form.
Can answer that.
Why?
Because they would have had to overspend. Once again, you just said, I'm sorry, Kevin, they overspent. They would have to overspend to get him here, and they already said, not going to do that.
Exactly. And like you guys said earlier, what drives me crazy is that there is no salary cap in baseball. And it makes me really mad because I feel guys talked about how there's two kinds of rich people, and I think this just shows that Chris Hilton is that rich person who didn't trade his worship, so he's afraid to spend money because he knows he can't get that money back if he
It's just, you know what else it is too, Kev? Look, even if they had this massive offseason, they might have a league average payroll. Just league average. Not high, not top 10, not top 5, not even top 15. I'm not asking for a lot. I love how this guy spends a couple of pennies and all the media just drops in his pocket. See, he's trying. What?
Because you're not used to it, Mike, because they haven't spent anything.
But like my point to you is when you have the opportunity to spend, how do you fight the numbers we're putting in? I didn't create these numbers. This is the data. When a guy on pitches 95 and up is swinging and missing 41% of the time, holy hell, you're overmatched. But then when you actually make contact, the quality of said contact, I could get a AAA player to come up and produce a 653 OPS. That's data. It's real.
What I'm about to say may not be popular, and I'm quite sure people down in Tigers management will deny what I'm saying is true. But, Mike, you're presenting numbers because you're under the assumption they're trying to win a World Series.
That's the only existence I have.
I think the Tigers are under the assumption, well, we just want to be entertaining and give the people something. The two are not the same.
Okay, so we're operating like a soup kitchen. I just want to offer you highly mediocre soup because it's the baseline of nutrition in your home.
Right, and you're saying, I want the top chefs in here. I want to be the best restaurant. They're saying,
I want lobster bisque.
Right, and they're saying,
delicious.
You know what?
Wait a minute.
Let's go open up that big can of Campbell's and
right. Chunky soup. Let's go to Harris.
This is how they're operating, guys.
Harris. Hold on, let's get to Harris. What's up, man? Hey, I'll give you one.
Good afternoon.
There you go.
Super underwhelming. And we were talking entire season last year, like, this is the year, the next year, we're gonna spend money. We have money to figure out like to get Javi fired. And I don't think it's very go. And like even if you didn't want to sign Correa, like what's wrong going after a guy like Chris Taylor and Simeon? I mean, Simeon only signed for like $2 million more than what we occupied. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Listen, the other thing, too, is you have the ability to make trades to find players that aren't on the open market. And look, if your system is anything close to what some of you believe, then that shouldn't be a problem. I want difference makers. What I've said all along, and Harris, the phone line's a little bad here, so I can't keep you on. We talked about you need 3 to 4 difference makers in this lineup if you're going to really start to turn the corner. Javi Baez is not a difference maker. That's the issue. Now, look, there are going to be streaks where he'll be the best player on your team. But then there's going to be weeks where you don't even want to play the guy. Look at the contact rate. Look at the OPS. Look at what he's doing on high velo. Look at the quality of contact. Look at all of it. Why is it that we have to tolerate the Tigers going out and getting the worst of the free agent shortstops? Why? Why should we have to accept that? This is not Pittsburgh. It is not Cincinnati. It's not Tampa Bay. This is Detroit. This is one of the top 5 sports cities in America. You know, that's it, man. Like, I get tired that this media in this town will not hold Chris Ilitch and the Tigers accountable. They should be held to a standard that is far closer to teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox than that of the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a big town with a big team. That's an iconic logo, and it should matter. I shouldn't have to sit here and tolerate Javi Baez as my keynote signing.
They should, but when Mr. Ilitch died, Mike, I think that all went away. Okay, and his son came out and said, I'm not doing what my dad did. Okay? So this is what it is. And I'll give him credit. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. And expectations just dropped in this town. And Tiger baseball no longer was, remember, now we talk about the glory days when they almost won the World Series.
You know what kills me, too?
Instead of just, can we put together a new team?
I think the Tigers were top 3 in strikeouts as a team. You just added NL strikeout leader.
Yes.
How does this help this team's issue with actual contact?
How does this help the young players when I need Javi Baez to be able to get on base or insulate them? Like, it's just, I don't allow feelings to get involved with baseball. You just take the data and you go, this makes me better or worse. There's nothing analytically that suggests this is a good sign. It's not. It's the same thing I did when they signed Zimmerman, and everybody got mad at me, and Avila got mad. It's the same thing I did when they signed Prince Fielder. I said, by the way, you realize 19 of Prince Fielder's home runs in Miller won't be home runs here, right? I got kids, man. Baseball's a data-driven game, right? But they got a big name here, people got the jerseys, they feel good. I don't care about their feelings.
But you should, because they're not operating the way you would operate.
I'm operating like a winner. I don't care.
You said it, I did.
I want to win.
Hey, when you said it, I did. They're not trying to win a title. They're not. What part of anything they've done over the last 5 years has said they are actively trying to win a World Series?
Moran Buick GMC. Oh, wait, I don't want to talk to you. Moran Buick GMC. If anything good has come out of the pandemic, it's the ability to shop at home. MoranExpress.com delivers just that. Streamlined entire inventory, shop the deal, and you'll come out with something a hell of a lot better than Javi Baez. Tell you that. More dependable than Javi Baez. Imagine if your car only turned on 60% of the time. That's how often he makes contact. MoranExpress.com. 2021 Buick Encore, 24 months, $169 a month with $999 down. That's it. That's all. Go see John O'Reilly Kujic on Telegraph, just north of Eureka and Taylor. Get it done quick. Get it done easy and experience the new Buick at Moran.
This is Jim Rome with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Pepto-Bismol, making upset stomachs happy for over 100 years. Only a few days back, Brian Kelly was asked if he would ever leave Notre Dame, and his response was, quote, "No, I mean, look, unless that fairy godmother comes by with a $250 million check." Well, it turns out that fairy godmother is LSU. I'm Jim Rome.
My stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol chews.
Pepto-Bismol's in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Let me try it.
Try Pepto-Bismol chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
Go to Total Wine, you'll save more. So many wines and spirits galore. Down through the aisles with corks to pop. Ask for friendly advice while you shop. Oh, so much to explore. Oh, so many to pour. Holiday cheers, clink, clink, clink. Get everyone their favorite drink.
Come explore your new Total Wine and More. Now open in Ann Arbor, Novi, and Sterling Heights. Drink responsibly, B21.
I have great news for all the 97.1 listeners that have been self-conscious about their hair loss over the last 3 months. Michigan's #1 hair restoration specialist, Dr. Berkowitz from Michigan Hair Restoration, is now accepting in-person appointments. And in case you haven't seen his social videos, Dr. B is taking extreme precautions to make the office clean and safe. The office is cleaned several times per day, including fogging, and all staff and patients will be required to wear masks. The reception area will remain closed so you can stay safe in your car until your appointment begins. Additionally, if you mention 97.1 when you call, Dr. Berkowitz is going to give you 0% financing on your hair restoration procedure. If you need a refresher on Dr. B's one-of-a-kind NeoGraft transplant, you can also download his complimentary book, No Hair Anytime, at MichiganHairRestoration.com. Remember, Dr. Berkowitz is one of the most recognized experts in the country on hair restoration. For more information or to schedule your in-person appointment with Dr. B, go to MichiganHairRestoration.com. That's MichiganHairRestoration.com.
Are you an excellent driver with a clean driving record? If so, listen up.
against the spread. Lakers are on the road at Sacramento tonight. Sacramento getting 4. Look, this is a play against the Lakers more so than a play on the Kings. Lakers are just horrendous defensively. Their rotations don't make any sense. The roster's a mess. It feels like it's kind of just done. And look, the Kings, they're no great shakes. But you're going to give me a short home dog, younger team, and a major bet differential that's always eye-catching to me. 28% of the money, 28% of the bets, 59% of the money. I find it to be an autoplay these days against the Lakers. I can't trust them. I'll take the Kings, take the 4, and let's see if we can go to 24-5. Very simple. I'm just seeing the board right now. It's like Kenny last year with his overs. You look at it, bing, bom, beep, bop, beep. It's like Zoltar. Order in, pick out. Let's get to 24-5. Let's go to Cowtown, take Sacramento. Rico, what do you got?
I'm going to stick with the NBA, Mike. I'm going to go to a battle of maybe 2 of the hottest teams in the NBA. You're looking at the Warriors, 7 in a row, taking on the Suns, 16 in a row. David's illegitimate brother, Chris Paul, playing for the Suns. Mike, I'm going to go with the over, because I think a lot of scoring is going to happen tonight. Over 221.5 points in this game. I'm going over. I think these two teams are red hot. This game could end up going to overtime.
Heavyweight fight, back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's still early in the season. Defensive, it's not tightened up quite yet. I don't hate it. Plus, it's more fun, and I know you hate when I bet on this. Kenny Cott, talk to me. Kraken, they cover again. They are your sugar mama. What do you got for us?
They're not playing tonight, though, which is kind of a bummer. But I like this Washington-Florida game.
No Kraken, no peace.
Turn those machines back on.
Turn those machines
back on.
No Kraken, no peace. No. I like the Washington, Florida over. It's set at 6 minus 114. The overs in these games between these two teams, 7 in a row. Also, Capitals red hot. Over is 3-0 in the last 3 games.
And what are the odds on that, just for the people?
Minus 114.
Yeah, and that's within your parameters. And just so you guys understand, Kenny's good at these, and we cap him at minus 125. He's not allowed to put out like big juice, crazy, minus 138s, it's a ripoff. Minus 114 is damn near standard 110.
Also, by the way, I find that when it's over minus 125, it almost never hits, so it's not even worth doing.
I wonder if you could go in whether it's the BetQL or something with action and get a spit out on what the ROI is on betting those games at those.
I have a theory that I think that if it's under 120, you're getting a nice return and they hit more often. I don't know why. I have no clue why.
But we got to back it with data. Otherwise, you're just throwing stuff out.
Well, the ones that I gave you early on in the season were like plus odds.
So give me that one again. Yours again, Kenny.
No.
No.
You're going to bet it. I don't want you to bet it.
You're Eddie, you're Frankie Coffee Case.
Come on.
Nah, put him in a bathroom.
Odyssey Rewind. Odyssey.com.
No, you can't. You're not allowed.
You know what? I'm betting everybody's stuff tonight. I'm betting yours.
You're rat poison.
I'm betting yours.
I think he said Florida Panthers.
Let's go over to David. I'm not done. Let's go over to David.
I agree with Rico on the Golden State Phoenix game, the over for sure, but I want to have a discussion here. On the Detroit Pistons at +9 at Portland. Portland played last night. We're going off back-to-back. Is it smart? Because I'm thinking going +9 for the Pistons. I get what they did in this road trip so far. They've lost every game.
David.
They lost. They have covered. They sure have covered.
Pistons covered. They don't win.
Yep.
They cover.
It's just on the road.
Had this conversation with Rico this morning.
But Portland's coming off a game.
I have to recuse myself from this, and I want to tell you why.
Okay.
There are 2 teams in the National Basketball Association that I no longer allow myself to bet on. 2. Portland. One's the Clippers, and the other's Portland.
They are so up and down. You don't know what you're getting. Correct.
If you're putting a gun to my head, I would tell you take the 9.5.
Portland is also the 3rd worst team against the spread.
Take the 9.5, David, but that is just yikes. All right, so what's the stronger play? Pistons +9.5 or Kings +4?
For me, I would look at the Pistons. That would be the stronger play for me.
Can we get KK NFL regular season headed into the final month, and if you're in Detroit, it can't end fast enough. Hey, Cowboys-Saints coming up this week. FanDuel about to make it a bigger matchup because they're giving you 30-1 odds on either team to win. That means you can win $150 on a $5 bet. Sports betting made simple. FanDuel Sportsbook, first-time users, sign up, promo code TICKET, return, simple. Get $5 and make it $150. Just pick it right, make it happen. It's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code TICKET. 21 and up, present, Michigan. New users only, $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Restrictions apply. You got a gambling problem? 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. It's FanDuel, the official partner of the ticket.
If you pay even a little attention to the news, you've seen the warnings about giant utility bills that are coming. The Department of Energy said you can expect your bill to go up 30%, but if we have a cold winter, it could be closer to 50%. And everyone from AccuWeather to the Farmer's Almanac is predicting a winter longer and colder than normal. So what do? You need to pick up your phone and call USA Insulation at 1-800-USA-PHONE. Your builder's grade insulation may have been good enough when we had low gas prices, but just turning up the heat is going to cost you a bundle now. You need to get your home more energy efficient with USA Premium Foam. Most of your heat escapes through your walls and attic. When USA foams your walls, it creates a barrier that keeps the heat inside where it belongs. Your furnace runs less, and it keeps your heating costs in check. And right now, they have a $500 early bird discount on whole home installation. Plus, you can get up to a $500 tax credit from Uncle Sam. That's a savings of $1,000. 1-800-USA-PHONE. 800-USA-PHONE. Or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
What do you call a group of friends who wear the same jersey for good luck, no matter how old it is, and who support their team through thick and thin, week after week, as if the very season depended on it, all while tossing the pigskin and drinking Miller Lite? You call it Miller time in Detroit. Here's to the original light beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2021 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Here's why I enjoy sports betting. It kind of gives you some skin in the game, as BetMGM likes to say.
You know you're a sports bettor when you're tuning in to watch a UConn football game. Chelsea Messenger and Michael Jenkins from the Daily Tip, presented by BetMGM. It's some bad football, but if you have some skin in the game, all of a sudden you're invested in it, and then you look at the games from a different perspective. All the insight you need to bet smarter is at BetQL.com. And listen to the Daily Tip streaming weekday mornings from 6 to 9 Eastern on Odyssey.
Is your bank, brokerage, or insurance company trying to sell you an annuity? Don't do it. They have very limited access to the highest rates available. You need solutions, not someone pitching you a product. Join Joe Uplegger for the Save Money and Income radio show right here on the Ticket, Sundays from 7 to 8 a.m.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Pacuro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Tomorrow at 7:30, the Detroit Red Wings host the Seattle Kraken at Little Caesars Arena. 97.1 The Ticket Street Team will be there starting at 5:30. Get your tickets for every home game at DetroitRedWings.com. Details at 97.1theticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station.
So who gets back quicker, Tennessee or Michigan?
I'm going to say it's the sword of Damocles